morning and welcome to my page. My name is Tammy Neff and you're on my page called Tammy Loves Vintage, and I'm happy to have you here. So, first thing I need to do is explain what's going on. I don't typically go live at this time of day, and I have an event that I thought I was in this morning and turns out it's not until March 9th, not January 9th. So my mistake. So everyone that I've told I'm going to be in the Wild Honey event. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. She's been sick. Stephanie's been sick with COVID, and I hadn't heard back from her. And so I'm like, okay, did they replace me? What's going on? Why haven't I gotten what I'm supposed to, post and all of that stuff? So leave it to me to be a nutball, right? I'm always messing. I try so hard to be so on it, and instead I mess up. So anyway, I'm here anyway because I, was really trying to figure out what to do, and it was up to you what you wanted to make. It was to be a vintage project. So my apologies to Stephanie and the Wild Honey bunch. If everybody's looking, it's not called the bunch, it's the Wild Honey group. If anyone's looking for me over there, hopefully they come back here to see what the heck's going on. But I'll be there March 9th. So I'll give you an update about that in March, not now. So, oh man, I don't know how many people I told I was going to be live, and oh well. We do that. We try to support things. So let me find my chair here. Let's get settled in and let's hang out this morning together and do this project because it's just been on my mind. And I again had a different project that I was going to do, and then at the last minute I decided to do this. So I dressed in Valentine. I'm all set. And I know I'm a little early for Valentine, but at the same time, if you guys want to make something, you need time to go find what you want. You need time to think and process what you have and how you want to make it. And so I'm just, I'm not hitting you hard with Valentine. Really, I don't mean to. Maybe you can make so. Yes, maybe so. I don't know what the theme is. I think it just was something vintage. I don't remember now what the text said. It was December. This happened in December. So you know how December was, right? So it's explained, I get it. And immediately I wrote right to my calendar and wrote it down, and I wrote it in January. So anyway, okay, I found this heart in my Valentine decor box. I did take a peek at it. I told you guys I'd open it with you, and I will. I'm supposed to be babysitting right now, and I pushed my daughter back to 11 o'clock. So I'm going to run over and grab the baby at 11 instead of our normal 9 o'clock. So I won't be able to probably do that unless she takes a nap. Maybe we can come in and do that. Anyway, I bought this. It looks like I found it at a Hobby Lobby. And it's Valentine's $3.99. So I'm sure it was on sale. I don't remember. But I want to make over a heart, and I want to use, so the idea in the vintage honey thing was to be a postcard, an old postcard. And where's my postcard? That's like, what'd I do with it? Okay, where did I do with my postcard? Okay, where's my postcard? Oh, it might be in here, maybe. What the heck? What the heck did I do with it? Well, this might be a game changer. I gotta find that postcard. Let's see. I was over there, and I was over here looking for. Hang on a minute. Oh, well, for Pete's sake, what did I do with it? Did I carry it to the kitchen? I had the perfect old postcard that I was going to. Oh, here it is. It's right here. I found it. Oh my gosh. What a day, right? Anybody else having a good day? I hope so. Hi, you guys. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Pam. Okay. All right, so I know I had to use something vintage. And these popped out when I opened the box because I had them on top of this heart to keep it, you know, flat. And we, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, wrapped some postcards, old postcards, in vintage lace, okay? And then I just propped them up in my decor. And, oops, sorry. Propped them up in my decor and worked them in that way. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll just use one of these and do a heart. So initially I thought I would cover this heart. I don't have red velvet, but I have this piece of burgundy velvet, and I thought about covering the heart in the burgundy velvet, which I think would be very, very pretty. But I really wanted to do red. I really wanted red. And this one works with the velvet. So I'm just, let me put you down here so you all can see. And then let me get my comment thing over here a little bit closer so I can see them. How close can I get it here? Okay, I'm ready. And get you guys down here really, really well. Okay, so I really like this. And then in the box, I found, where is it? Oh my gosh. Where's my white heart? I had a white heart. Oh, for peace. I had a white heart, a puffy white heart. Well, it'll show up, I'm sure. Here it is. Here it is. And I thought, okay, we wrapped little wooden hearts like this. Little wooden hearts with yarn. I wrapped a big one like this too. And then I wrapped one like this. And I feel like now it needs a little, maybe a little puddle of buttons or a little grouping of some sort, a pin, maybe one of those pearl pins like I had out from last night, something like that. You love the burgundy. Hi, Dee Dee. So I kind of liked that idea, maybe running some pearls around it or something. But I think, I don't know, I really had in my mind from a project that I'm working on. I may still do this, you guys, another day because I really like it. I just had the red. I really had the red. I've had this old ribbon or whatever, trim, whatever it is. It's got some bad spots in it. It's got some staining. I mean, it's very old. There's a stain. But, I kind of like that it's vintage. And the whole point of the group I was to do was vintage. So this was kind of an afterthought, and I didn't really have time to get it together. But I wanted to show you, just in case when we do, if and when I come back and do that live a little bit closer to Valentine, I'll have my act together on that one, because I do kind of have a vision for it with pearls and doing that, but I need some more creamy things to kind of pull the collection together in my mind. So in our group, we're working on cotton spun, making our very own cotton spun instead of buying it from Etsy, and antique cotton spun items to work with. We're learning to make cotton spun, and we're working on a bunny. And this was part of one of those projects. So I thought, oh, what if I took that heart, which I just put away, need you. What if I covered a heart in old book pages and put a postcard on it? Now watch me lose that postcard again. Did I seriously? I lost it again. Oh no, it's still in here. Okay, get you out of here. This is the only one I had. Okay, and I love the back. I hate to lose that back because it's fabulous, but we gotta do what we gotta do. But what I realized was, in digging through all of this, is that this is too busy for the postcard to pop to me. I think it's a lot. Now, I don't know, in the picture, it's in your, for the camera, it's not that bad, but boy, laying here in person, it's so much happening. So what I thought I would do is why I was kind of all shook up was in a, because that just happened. So in a panic, I thought, okay, my other idea was to add a couple of these hearts, you know, for something else in the grouping. I don't have anything else. I kind of just want to build it as I go. And I know some of you feel like, you know, get your act together before you go live. And others like to see the whole process, the creative process of it. So, you know, I'm probably going to have a 50-50 vote on this, who's happy and who's not. So there's that. But I'm going to do the whole process with you since I'm not in the wild honey thing and I don't have the hour time constraint that I had before. Let's see. You could copy the back on your printer. Oh yeah, I could. I have so many postcards though that are nice. It's just, you know, hard to do. It's just hard to do cover up one. But yeah, I could. I just have a lot. This is from Charlotte, North Carolina. Father and mother, cute, let's see, can't even read it. Something your happy time received something, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but anyway. So my thinking was to find a book where all of the pages were consistently the same color. So I have this one, and it really matches the card well, and that's good. And then I thought I'm either going to use this little tiny trim and pop that red and go around it like the other cards with just this little. Is what I'm thinking, because when I do, I'm going to do this on the outside edge for sure. These are the things that I know for sure. I'm going to do this on the outside edge of the heart and it will pull the white paper. So I think we'll be good with all that. So that much I know for sure what I'm doing. Now what the deal is I have to decide, and we might as well just do this together. I literally was like 45 seconds late because I was grabbing these books. Maybe we like it better on the light color. Get you down a little bit. You don't need to see me. Hi, Kim. There. Do I like it better on the light color or on the dark color? What do you think? I'll let you guys vote. You can see it as well as I can. So there's the dark. And here's the light. I'm thinking the dark, you know. Okay, there's the light. I kind of like the dark because it's warmer, but what's going to happen when I pull this white in? Is it too much white? Yeah, I'm thinking dark. Better on the dark. Okay, I'm seeing dark, dark, dark. So let's do dark. And then I'll do the smaller hearts in the light. Let's go dark. Okay, so I had a couple pieces here that I had cut something, and I don't want to lose this. I'm going to put it over there where I should be able to see it. And yeah, we should be good to go. Okay, so this is all stuff I can cut and save later. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't see music on it. So let's just save that for later. What I'll do with that is rip all of the edges around, and then I have a bag that I keep all of my scraps in, and I'll put it in my scrap bag, and that's usually what lays on my table when I'm working. I just knew I needed a bigger surface for today. So I have some Mod Podge. I have some Mod Podge ready to go. That's the one thing I did have ready. Okay, and I have a brush from last night that I cleaned out and had laying here to dry. So now what I need to do is find some consistent pages, and hopefully I think there'll be enough to do this. Here's a big page right here, so let's pull that baby out of there. What I mean by that is no interruptions with a new title. I kind of want it all to just be the music part. So here's another page that is that. Okay, here's another page. That should probably be enough to cover it. And then we'll do a little bit of patching in just for interest. Good morning, everybody. Boy, I tell you what, the one thing I don't like about having, I have my iPad here beside of me, right here, and the comments go away. On your phone, it stays on, but the comments go away if you don't keep tapping it. And that's kind of annoying because I just want to look up. It is an awesome music book. I know I kind of had to, you know, hold my breath this morning when I thought about tearing it up, but okay, I didn't tear that very well. It's kind of jagged, super jagged. I'm just going to pull these little jags off of there. Okay, and then I'm getting rid of all of the straight edges because I want it all to be ripped and kind of soft looking. And I'm going to keep this because I'll keep the titles. All of these titles I'll keep because sometimes there's a word in there that you might love. I don't see any. There's princess, the word princess. I might need that when Millie's older. So I'm going to keep that. This I'm not going to keep. I'm not going to keep this little rip here. And then I'm going to rip across the bottom. So now they'll be all ready to go. And if I don't use it, I'm going to put it in my Ziploc bag with my other scraps of paper that I use all of the time, okay? So this is the top of the heart. Oh, shoot, I ripped off the treble. No, I didn't. Okay, so this is right side up. So let's just, oh, I don't have a sanding. Let's see, I do right there. I can see it, a sanding thing. Let's get this on here. Let's get this drying. Since I'm in this craft space, the girls in my group know I don't fill my table up with every little thing that I need because I never know, and I usually change my mind when I'm, you know, you see it in your head, but when you see it in person, it becomes something else. It just comes to life in a different way than it was in your head sometimes. And it's like, oh, well, I thought I needed this, but I really wonder what this would look like. So I may have to jump out of the screen and take 2 steps to grab this or that throughout this thing. And I hope you all can, you know, be okay with that. Sometimes I have it more together than I seem to have it right now. So we're just going to go with it. All right. So let's put a little bit down here. I want to keep it straight, I think. Kind of want to keep it up and down. Let's find my point. Might as well not waste any. Waste it. Okay. And then we're going to keep going and put some more on top here. And it's probably going to wrinkle up a bit, and that's fine. When you're dealing with vintage, I don't care about the wrinkles. It doesn't bother me. Okay, so let's do another, let me fill in this here a little bit. Okay. See, I gotta keep touching that screen. Yes, it does soak it up. I'm keeping an eye on it, so I'm keeping it good and wet. I know I don't want too much or it will wrinkle. Or it should anyway. A lot of times it does if you get too much. But at the same time, she's right. It does kind of soak in. So there, that looks like a nice coat, don't you think? So let's get this. I don't care for those 2 black bars right there very much. Let's get rid of that. Okay, and then we're just going to patch this in. I'm going to the edge here, wasting as little as possible of the paper. Okay, and then I've got to go over my page, which I know seems like just get it all down, but they're going to be overlapping, so I need to get it. All covered, and you can see when I'm going over top, I'm trying to keep my brush marks kind of going the same way. I do have the matte finish, but you know. Let's see. Okay, so I wasn't looking at this one, and I've got a little bit more like part of the words up here. I don't want that. And this one is all words. Oops. So I don't want that. And if I flip it over to the other side, well, it's okay, because I was going to patch in with some words anyway. So let's go. Will that look weird to have it right up the middle, the seam in the same spot? I'm going to keep, hang on a minute. I'm going to overlap it this way a little bit, and then I'll just fish in a little piece over here on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to go clear up to where I'm at the top. There we go. I'm feeling better about that. Can I save or reuse? Not much. I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to let it go. Okay. So there's a little bit different, but it's still consistent. It's still the same, music, and I know one has words and the others don't, but I think it'll be fine. And I'll do a little bit of patching in, I think, adding in, I guess I should say. So I'll kind of sprinkle some words down here, you know, to make it consistently inconsistent is what the term is that I'm going for here. I want it to be patchworky, but yet at the same time, I want it to be consistent. Okay, so there's that. So then I have the words over here. I'm just, oops, and there's a whole bunch of words across the bottom of this. I'm gonna rip this off. So you can see down here, it's just a little bit different than the rest of it. So let's, oops, I'm going too high. Let's get rid of that without losing a whole bunch of this yummy paper. Okay, and then I need just a little, let's see, let's go this way. Don't like that big black bar. Okay, it's covered. Okay, so I'm gonna go there, and then let's just rip off what we can salvage from here. Oop, darn it. Okay, I got a little teeny, of course I did. It's a little bit wrong. Where I overlapped it, I feel that there's a wrinkle there. I see it. Try to work it out. And then I want all my brush marks going the same way. And then let's just get a little blurb of color on there. That'll be fine. And seal it. Boy, I really see that bubble. I might have to split it open. Oops, oh shoot, I picked up my scrap piece there. Get that back down. Oh, the other side had a little bit of writing on it, so let's go with that. All right, now we're going to flip over here. Anybody saying anything? Let's see. Good morning. Oh, you have Kathy? Oh, that's so fun. Is it not fun? I love making my mushrooms. Good for you. Are you having any trouble? Have you going okay? Good for you. That makes me happy. You'll have to post some pictures in the group when you're done, okay? So the girls would love getting a phone call. Oh boy, are you guys still here? I got a phone call. Aw, hang on. Are you still here? I got a phone call. Can you hear me? Yep, you can still hear me. Okay. I'm so sorry. It was a spam call, it said. It came up spam risk. Dang it. Nope. I'm coming on. I'm ripping it too close. Okay, sorry about that. I got a phone call in the middle of this. All right, oh yeah, this isn't enough to do anything. So I'm gonna put this in my scrap box, just like this, because someday I'm gonna need a little piece of that. So let's just do that. Let me grab another page here, dot right there. Oh, I didn't get my volume down enough. I turned it up to make sure it didn't lose sound. Sometimes you lose sound when I get a call or you get an interruption of some sort. So let's get rid of the straight edges. I needed one more piece of paper. So I'm gonna get rid of the straight. And then I'm gonna get rid of the top of this. And I'm gonna put it over there for future use. And I'm gonna put this, I don't need that little sliver. It's not gonna do me any good. Okay, whoops, I gotta cover this. Get it down before I adhere another piece of paper to it. Okay. A little bit. I feel like it's soaking into the board. So let's just soup it up a little bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to overlap it and fix that whole deal in one fell swoop. There you go. Check that out. Done. Okay. Now, because, oops, I've got a little piece of board showing. Okay, come on. This seems to be the part I'm messing up the most. Ripping outside of the heart. Okay. Stay down there, little sliver. Put a little extra Mod Podge under that and lay that down. Okay, we should be good. All right, let me glue this one down. And then because there's so many little overlaps, I don't even think like a full sheet of sheet music would have covered this heart. That would have been nicer, but, or maybe, you know, I don't want to do a patterned rice paper because I would be covering it up with the postcard. Okay, so let's go over here. So we got a nice coat over top of this. Now we can start adding in, looks like it's drying, it's soaking into the paper. This was a big project. Okay, the other thing I want to do before I get too much farther, my big scissors, I'm going to release a little bit of this because as it dries, it's going to want to curl up a little bit and it might lift off some of the edges. Anywhere where I've got like a big flap, as it dries, it'll probably shrink down a little bit. It's a wallpaper trick that we've learned when you're doing doorways and stuff like that. It's better to cut it dry than it is wet, and it will tend to shrink a little bit. So we've started doing this years ago, and it was a great little trick. Just like right here, you can see it dried and it lifted. And this way, when it dries, it won't pull the whole thing up. And look, I missed it by a half a hair down here. I'm gonna have to put another little half a hair piece underneath here. I barely missed that unless it shrunk and pulled back. I don't know if that's possible, I suppose. I mean, it's a half a nothing. No one would ever see it, but I know it's there now and I can't stand it because I know. If you know, you know. So let's rip a little piece of something and we'll just patch it in right there. Make sure it's going straight. Oh, I might even line up that line. There you go. Now I fixed it. Not to worry, okay? So that, uh-oh, there's a piece. Where'd that come from? Did that come from up here? I don't know where that came from. A little teeny tiny piece. Oh, that's my piece. I moved it. Okay. I'm like, what's this piece? Oh my gosh. It's my piece. It's the same one I just used. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're all kind of, let's see, did I finish over here? No, let me finish this little flap edge. So when I go to sand it down, everything should be adhered on the edges nicely. There's one more little, oh my gosh, they're so small, but it's missing color, so let's get it. All right, we should be good now. Okay. Now, turn this back around so it's right side up for you guys. I'm not going to patch anything over the words. I kind of like the words. So I'm going to put this over for my bag of papers. And then here, the top sheet has words on it. So I'm going to rip out the very first sheet in this book, and then I'll be done with this book so we can get that out of our workspace. I'm going to rip off the straight bottom that has different sort of things. I can put it over here with my pages I'm going to keep. Let's get rid of this straight edge. And this straight edge can go too. And then this one, oh, I got up into the words. This one has some words on it, so let's keep those. All right. I put those in a separate spot because I have a little bag full of words. My friend Michelle at the Vintage Daisy calls them secret messages. And sometimes it is nice to have the word sweet or the word love or something like that. So that's why I keep my words separate, and I rip out certain words that I see that are beautiful. Blessing, blessed, love. I think I already said that. Luck. You know, just little blurbs. Okay, so there's some words. It's a little, oops, oh shoot. Oh shoot. It's a little crooked-ish, so let me see. Let's see here. If I raise it up, Let's spin it just a little. There we go. Now we're back on track. Now we're straight. Finger from sticking there. Let's cover that so that it's sealed in. Boy, when I looked up at the screen, this looks like a mess right now. It'll be good, I promise. It'll get good. All right. So I have words down here, words up here. Let's put just a little bit. There's a little blurb of words. We can just, you know, throw a little thing in here with some words on it, just to kind of make the whole board consistent. I know it's inconsistent, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, here's another little thing of words. I'm just going to put it right up here as a patch. I don't know where the postcard's going to go. It's probably going to cover this anyway. So I really don't know. I probably will cover it right here, I bet. So this should all dry down, be the same color. We'll sand it, and then we're going to decorate it. So I need to put it aside somewhere. Here, I'll just put it on this stool right here underneath me. Remind me it's on the stool when I can't find it in a minute, okay? Remind me where I put it when I'm like, what do I do with the card? I can't find it. I'll remember. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, next thing, I'm getting my coffee in. Still this morning. Next thing I want to do is, because this Valentine has dark and light, so I made the background of the heart to match the dark. Then I want the little hearts that I might need to pile up. The little part that I need to pile up in smaller hearts. And I have this little thing of hearts here. Let's see what I have, because I didn't even open it. Looks like I've got four. I've got 4 sizes. This is that one and the little one. Okay, this is what I've got. So, I don't think I'm going to use this great big one. It's really big compared to that. I don't think I need that. Well, maybe I do. What happened to that white heart? Where did I put the white heart? Oh, I was going to use the white heart on the other thing, so I'm not going to use it here. If I really need it, I have another one in the tub I can go get. Okay, this is a good bit whiter, but it does seem to match this. Okay, oh, I need to turn my volume down. I'm hearing myself talk. Sorry, I turned it up just to make sure you guys didn't freeze. I think I'm going to do a mix of hearts. I'm going to go ahead and do the big one just in case we need it. So let's cut this hanger. I definitely do not want that in there. Let's cover some hearts in this lighter color paper. So this is just an old dictionary. It was a big old dictionary that I have deconstructed forever ago. And I think, let's do the big heart in this. We'll just slap one out real quick. Make sure that we have something. Let's do this instead of me ripping it, because I did such a poor job of ripping before. Release that a little bit there. Let's just do this. Okay. This will just take a minute to do these hearts. It shouldn't be too long. I'm not really on a time clock since I messed up on the group thing. But at the same time, I told my daughter 11. Back when I thought I was doing a group thing. So I feel like I gotta stick to that for her. Okay. So get that down. I want to snip it just a little bit because I do have a little bit of big, it more seems to be the bigger overhangs than these little ones don't really do that much. It's these big overhangs that sometimes shrink up and pull. So this is a good little tip for you guys. Okay. And then I really want to do the coat over top just so it can all be drying until we need it. And then we won't have to stand around with the hairdryer so long. You guys, I am in another event tomorrow. I don't normally do events like this, but I am in another one tomorrow, even though today turned out to not be an event after all, because I'm so dumb. I say that with love, right? You can say that about yourself. I don't mean I mean just, what am I don't know what the word, dumb's not the right word, I know. Such a mess, maybe, is a better word. I don't know. I hate to say I'm unorganized because I really am a pretty organized person, but I was over-organized because I jumped right. I'm like, oh my gosh, I better put that on the calendar so I don't forget why I wrote it on the wrong month. Because it was a new year. I had to get out a new calendar because it was in December, so I had to get a new calendar out and write it down, which I had because I'm organized and I'm smart, right? I go on if I didn't put it in the wrong month. You know how sometimes you have to have a list to find your lists? That's kind of what this was like. Okay, I just had a panic. Did I put that on upside down? But I didn't. Let me make sure I didn't put that other paper. No, I didn't. Okay, so because I almost did this one. All right, there we go. We got another one down. Let's just make sure it's straight. It's pressed down. Let's just relieve it a little bit just to keep it from lifting, causing us a little bit of delay in finishing up. Do that. I cut it extra big. Okay. There, we'll cut that corner. Oh, I already cut that corner. Okay, we're done. So let's do the top of this one. I'm going to lay it aside. I'm laying these over on my little work stand right in front of me on my ease or my oh, thanks, Norma. On my whatever that is, my easel base. The base of my easel is where I'm putting these, in case I can't find them here in a few minutes. Okay, there's that one. Now I'm going to switch it up a little bit because I was torn in my last minute change of my mind. So I'm going to save these two for my scrap paper box. And I pulled out some handwriting, and I thought, in contrast with the dark and light, I have a medium color, and the print font, whatever, oh, I didn't mean to have it up, sorry, is a little different. So I thought, let's do a little bit of handwriting on one of these. So let's pull out a page from an old ledger that I had. Okay. And let's cover that. Right? I can get down to here. Let's see if I go over here. Oh, but it's got a big old smudge on it. And I don't like the X and O though might be cute. Do I want an X? That might be kind of cute to add an X. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So I need it to the edge, but not over the edge. Okay, let's wash this out a little bit. Tobacco, 25 cents. A pound of coffee, 20 cents. I don't know how old this is. Wow, huh? Isn't that crazy? What else do they have that I can read? Balance on dry goods, $2.90. Something for boots, $9.40. Oh, one pair of boots, $9.40. Good grief. Here's yarn. Something yarn, 22 cents. Looks like one cut yarn. I bet it says cut. 2 5/16 pound of butter, 20 cents a pound, 47 cents. Isn't that? I know you don't care about that. That's always fascinating to me. Let's see. I can cut it after I glue it down. So I hate that smudge, but oh well. It'll add. I can cover it with the next heart with my idea. I got an idea in my head. Kind of overlapping these hearts in a little grouping. So I'll just overlap that little spot and it'll be fine. I want to get, let's see, I want to get over and get that X, only because it's Valentine's. Otherwise, I don't really care for the X, but that X might be cute for Valentine's. You know, hugs and kisses is what I'm thinking. So, okay. So let me snip this to relieve it just a little, just to save again. Anyone that might have jumped on between one snip and the other. It keeps it from, you know, when it's wet, it kind of expands a little bit, and then when it dries, it shrinks up, and that's when it lifts off of your surface. It still probably will a little bit. It must be a little dry down here. But it helps with that a lot. And then I know this is ink and handwriting, so I know I can't go over it too much, but I've used it before, so I know it's a little forgiving. It doesn't do too bad. So there we go. Let's make sure that's down. Okay, I'm going to put this aside, and then I'm going to do one more, and then we're all done with the Mod Podge, you guys. We're all done. One more little heart, November 5th. That has nothing to do with Valentine. Anything over here that I see? A great big X. I can't get that in. We'll just do a little, we'll just start at the top. Cut out a little. Okay. And then this will go into my scrap paper box or bag that I use. Okay. Gosh, this is a lot of Mod Podging. I hope you guys don't mind. Multitasking, Kathy. Oh, bless your heart. Turn the volume down so you don't get in trouble. Happy Valentine's to you. Don't want to get you in trouble at work. Straight enough. It's a little crookedish, but it's straight enough. Okay, let's get you out of here. I'm done with you. For now, anyway. Is my glue gun on? Yes. Good girl. I don't need it yet, but I will. Soon enough here. Okay, so just relieve that just a little bit. And then, oh, I do need it one more time. Hi. You're late, Nina. You're okay. I'm just Mod Podging. You really just missed a couple of ideas of what I wanted to do today and how I changed my mind and went a little different direction with the hearts. But I'll probably come in and do what I was going to do on another day when it's closer to Valentine's, okay? That's all you missed. And then me just Mod Podging, which you know how to do that. So you didn't really miss nothing. These girls are sitting here thinking, you're right. I sat here this whole time to watch her do that. Oh dear. Okay, let me wipe up this little bit of wet Mod Podge that I have on my table just so that like my postcard doesn't stick to it. That should be good enough. I can scrape it off later what's dry. I just don't want, and I'll wrap my brush up in it so it doesn't get crusty. Okay, it's been really handy having these baby wipes here. It's so funny. I've had baby wipes sitting here forever and I never used them. And then the other day I used one and now I'm like, where's my baby wipes? Now I have to have baby wipes. Okay, so I'm going to put you back up. Here's what we're going to do now. I'm thinking rather than just piping this, well, I don't need to put you that far up. Piping this red around here, I brought over my, I have a stand here. I'm done with that. I have a stand here of lace. Now this is how I store my longer pieces of lace. I built this thing. It's got a stand on the bottom, and then I used a gas pipe, okay? And I built this stand. It used to be our purse display at the store when I had a store, and I've got a couple of little, oh, sorry, moving you around too much. I'm so sorry. I put like a pipe cap there, and I bent it over so I could hang, like sometimes we would hang a shirt on this and then hang the necklace over that. You know, it was a really handy thing for a store. So, anyway, there's that little idea. But I was looking, I thought I might want to back that red lace. So I just, ooh, look at this one. Ooh, this is, oh, it's big. Darn. It's really big. I don't want that big. Oh, this one's pretty sweet. Let's see what this does. Okay, so I just wanted you to see that because I keep smaller pieces in a jar, a big giant mason jar from Hobby Lobby, and then I have my little snippets in a little drawer. You use them all the time, especially to clean. Yes, they are so handy. I just keep dragging them out, so I don't know why I didn't use them sooner. Okay, so let's put you back down. I'm ready to go back down. Okay, sorry for that catastrophe there a minute ago. Should check my hearts. They're all good. Is that one touching my, that one might be touching my, oh well, my burgundy velvet. That's not going to be good with Mod Podge. Okay, so I pulled everything red old lace that I had, vintage lace, I mean that I thought would work for this project. I pulled some seam binding and a couple of types of ribbons. Let's see, my knee's hitting that. Quit bumping that. There's a little bubble. I see a bubble. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm really not as disarray as I appear here today. Okay. So I was thinking it might be nice to have a double row, but this is too small. But I don't want to hold you guys up for me to look for lace for Pete's sake. And it's got a knot in it. Pull that out. Okay. All right. So let's just see how that's going to go. If I pull this to the very edge, can I make it bigger than it is without this covering up a whole lot? You see what I mean? Like a double edge. You can't see this. I was thinking that instead of just the one. But I kind of wanted it to be bigger. Oh, here, this one's bigger than that. Ah, this one's fine. Let me throw that back up there. Okay, this one's fine. It's not as, kind of needs ironed out, but it's okay. I'm sure there's enough, so that's the other thing. Is there enough? Yeah, let's do this one. That'll be a lot bigger, and that'll look better. I mean, it's still small, but let's see. Oh, what's this one? Hang on. Oh, it might be too white. Oh, what's this one? Hang on, I have one. I have one that's bigger. I'm gonna cut it to get it off of here. It's a loop, I think. Oh, it's ripping. Hang on. And get it off of here. Let's see what the heck I got. Oh, there's a really good one. Hang on. See what the heck I got here. This is that one. This is the one I was thinking as I grabbed it. That might be even better, or is that too much? Although that heart's pretty big. And this is pretty bold. This red is pretty bold. Is that too big? It might be too big. And this one's even bigger, so forget that. That one's even bigger. Okay, I just needed a minute to be sure. Gosh, I don't know now. Okay, no one's complaining or saying anything yet. You're all with me. Okay, I gotta decide. I feel like the bigger one. I feel like the bigger one. I'm gonna go big. Go big or go home, right? The big. Oh, thank you, Cindy, for that opinion. I appreciate that. That's what we're going with. I kind of needed a second opinion there. Thank you. I'm struggling there for a second, trying to decide. Too many options, right? Too many options. Okay. Again, it needs ironed a little bit, but it'll be fine. Okay, let's go. Here we go. I'm just going to try. I should just use tacky glue, but I'm going to do this to be faster. I think. Okay, we're down, and it's dried on me, or cooled on me before I got to it. Oh, for goodness sake, it completely cooled. All right, let's get that off of there. I'm going to get out the tacky glue. Daggone it. I had that feeling I did too long of a spot. Now I ripped my postcard. Okay, here we go. Oh, everybody likes the bigger one. Okay. Oh, my tacky glue's glued down, but it's right here at least. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be sure to cover that spot. it stays wet a little bit longer than the hot glue, so I can have a little bit more open time with it. Okay, and I want it right on that edge. I mean, I want it on the edge. Okay. Now, let's turn the corner here and see. I'm going to have to cut it, I think. Yeah. I'm going to have to cut each corner. So I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger, just expecting it to not match in with itself very well. Let's see here. Here's where I need to be a seamstress. So I'm going to overlap it and I'm going to cut it at an angle. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but oh, my glue's leaking. That's what I'm going to do. I laid my glue down instead of putting the lid on it. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to lay a new piece down and overlap. And here we go. Oops, pulled it too tight. Okay, so that's going down. You're going down. Okay, now let's just keep going. I'm going to cut it bigger than I need to. Okay, bigger than I need to. Whoops, I didn't cut the whole thing. Okay, make sure it's down. I got glue on my fingers. All right, now let's get more glue down. I laid my bottle up so it dripped all over itself. Ooh, that's a big blob. Okay, I'm gonna overlap again. If my corners aren't good, I can get out some buttons and cover them. So I'm not super worried about it, but just a little bit aware of it. Okay, and that's curling up a little bit. Okay. Okay, now let's cut. So I'm overlapped over here, so I'm going to cut this a little bit bigger than I really need it to be. Okay, and then let's get this again. And notice I'm not gluing down my lace where it's overlapping just yet. Okay. So then I'm going to overlap again. And gluing it down. Clean up a little bit of that. Oh, shoot. Got glue on my thing. Oh, no, I don't. I've got glue under here. Oh, there's where I picked it up. Okay. So let's get this back down. Just like last night, I really don't know how this is going to end up. I'm just going. Right? Okay, so I put the ribbon back on the stand up there. Get this out of the way. I need to turn my tacky glue. I've got it back in the jar. Michelle Hill told me about tacky glue having a freestanding container, and I found them. I think she sent me a link, and I found them on Amazon. So as soon as my bottles are empty, I will be switching to that. So actually that looks kind of cute like that, but I'm gonna cut. Oh, I didn't leave myself much under there, so I better be real. I better follow the edge of that ribbon, lace piece, whatever. Okay, and I'm just gonna use hot glue and tack this corner together. Don't need much, just enough to grab. Okay, and then that keeps the wrinkle going. Okay, good. Now this one's overlapped really nice, so I did a trick, and the two line up perfectly. See that? Okay, so let's glue it. I'll show you. I got two more corners I can show you what I mean. in wallpapering. Probably like you sewing girls having a little advantage over us that do not sew. Same with wallpapering. So those corners are perfect. So that's why I overlapped. So let's get you, make sure you can really see this, because this is good. This is good stuff. Okay, so this ribbon went out the length of the width of the next row, right? And this goes out to the end of that. So when I come in here, I'm gonna cut, I'm gonna find the corner, I'm gonna cut through both pieces, clear into the end of them. I don't wanna cut right there. Okay, then you're gonna pull out, doesn't matter which one you pull from the top and which one you pull from the bottom. So this one came off the top, so I'm gonna pull this one from the bottom, and then my two pieces line up perfectly. And I have just a teeny little bit because of where it landed. So I'm just gonna get rid of this little tiny bit, and we have a smooth transition, you know, up, down, you know, I'm doing a wave. Up, there you go. I was doing a wave. It kind of looked like I was karate chopping you. So yeah, that's a great, gosh, there you go. There's what you learned today. From this tip, you're all good. You can go watch Netflix for the rest of the day because you learned something already this morning. Yay! I love that. Okay, same thing. This one's longer than it needs to be. This one's longer than it needs to be. Crossing over each other, finding the corner of your postcard, cut through both pieces. You all probably know this and are laughing at me right now. I feel like I'm, you know, really teaching you something. And you're like, yeah, duh. Right? Don't tell me. Just let me feel like the big guy. I feel like I did something today. Because then I can check a box too. Okay, then I'm just trying, there. I just wanted a little speckle of glue on there. Just enough to grab the other side. Okay, and that one fell right in that little hole. So that's perfect. And then I have just a little straggler string here on this corner. I want to get rid of part of it, maybe not all of it. Yay, and it's perfect. Okay, turn it around here for you guys to see. It's perfect. That's just a little, I might have to get that wet to make it lay correctly. And then this one here will be much easier to just lay in. There is a top and a bottom. However, I think this is the bottom. I'm going to go this way. That's the bottom, I think. And then I'm going to clean up this edge that might be a little jaggedy, you know, a little kind of, there we go, doing the wave again, a little wavy. And I'm just going to lay this right on top of that little edge of lace that I barely placed on the card. And then we'll see if we have to cut the corners on this red stuff or not. I don't know. So I'm going to leave a little, I'm going to leave enough to do that. I don't need that much. I'll leave enough to do that if I have to, but I'm hoping it'll make the bend and we don't have to mess with that. We'll see. I just need to make sure it's kind of straight. That looks straight. Let me look at it this way. Yeah. Okay, now will it make that turn or am I going to have to cut it? Let's see. I think it's going to make the turn just fine. Okay, great. So here we go. Add a little more glue. Tell you what, I just thought of, I would love to take the time to put a little glitter over the little hearts. Little red glitter. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? That'd be cute. Or if he was a girl, we could do up his hat. So cute. This card says, many happy returns of the day. They used to say that a lot in their cards back in the day. I have a lot of postcards that say that. Many happy returns of the day. Can I just keep this going? I think I can. I think it'll stay long enough. I'm just going to do it. This stuff doesn't dry as fast as hot glue. Okay, holding it in place, turning the corner, keeping it straight, you know, all the things. There we go. Oh, how adorable, right? So adorable. Okay, then we're going to get this ribbon adjusted where it's happy. Oops, it's folded a little bit there. Okay, been in a box for a very long time. Okay, let me shave this off. This underneath piece, I'm just shaving it off where it's going to be overlapped a little bit. I'm trying not to get the lace underneath it. Okay. And then I'm just going to butt this one up to, I'm probably going to have to put some buttons in the corners. Just, I may not have to, just because of this one. We'll see. Okay. I wouldn't have to, but if you wanted to get really like, oh, what's the word? Politically correct is what I want to say. That's not the right word. Get that out of here. I kind of like how it curves. Maybe I could just do a little puddle of buttons up here and not anywhere else. Let's see, I got another little string there I'm not liking. You guys have a little tiny pair of scissors. Again, another thing that I've had for, oh, here this loose. Another thing that I've had forever and didn't really use. And now, oh my gosh, I realize when you're doing little intricate things, how handy a little tiny pair of scissors are. I think these are like from my kid's school box back in the day. I've had them for 1,000 years. Not 1,000, but a long time. Had them for a long time. Okay, let me get my sanding thing here. And, okay. That's pretty good. All right, let's see how dry are we here. Oh, we're still a little bit wet. I've got a few wrinkles right here where one paper didn't adhere to the other very well, but we'll be fine. We're going to cover that up. I think I'm dry enough. I can sand this. So let's put this aside. Now, I don't know how noisy this is going to be. Let's just, you can watch me talk while this isn't going to be too exciting, but it sure makes a nice crispy edge. So I want to do it. I usually just use a sanding block, but I found this little tool. Somebody along the way posted about this little tool, and it's really nice. And it's got a bunch, you get a whole pile of refills for it. So when you need kind of a coarse thing, it's really nice for this. So I'm just going around, and the reason I'm doing this is it makes such a nice cut on the edge of your project. I can't really hang on to it very easily because it's still wet-ish. But it does a really good job. I really need that cleaned off of there. I'm sorry I have to do this with you, but I don't have any other choice. I gotta get it finished out. I gotta have this off. See the heart come into life now? Okay, oh, I've got so many little ideas for this. Little things come into my mind. Like rub and buff around the edges of this heart and the other little hearts. The buttons. Oh gosh, this could be really cute. What a cute idea, you guys. Have to make one now. I just see it. Now I see it. You don't have to use a vintage postcard. Find a, gosh, on Amazon I have this little book of vintage Valentines. It's super cute, and they're all new, but they're just vintage reproductions that you cut out. Like super cute. I was going to show you when we did when we opened up my Valentine decor. Geez, I'm making that sound like it's going to be a big thing. It's not that great. But I do have some cute things that I've redone over the years. Yeah, okay. This is interesting. So everywhere where I split the seam, it's down. Nothing is lifted. Oh, maybe right there a little bit. This is all down really well. I didn't split this little area, and look, it's lifted. I'm not sure you can tell yeah, you can see it's lifted up. So I'm gonna have to glue that back down. So that little cutting trick is huge. Now I taught you 2 things today. And I've inspired you. What a great day you're all gonna have. Running to Hobby Lobby to get yourself a heart. And remembering to split the overhang until it dries so you don't have to go back and re-glue all your little edges. That's huge. That's a huge tip. I've had it go wrong enough, that's why I remember. Okay, so I might as well, I better patch it right now. Just do it. All right, let me clean this up here real quick. My trash can are exciting me. All right. Okay. So let me put, where's that? Oh, it's not that bad. I see it though. Let's try and get under it. I could when there it is. There. Oh, there I'm under. Okay, let's take care of that real quick. Probably enough. I don't know if there's enough on here. Yeah. Okay. All right. But I have some ripples right here. Daggone it, where I went over the paper. So the only thing you really could do is slice it with a an X-Acto knife like this, and then ooze your glue in to try and get it wherever it needs to be. But there's going to be so much happening. I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to be fine. It'll be fine. All right. So now, I kind of felt like I wanted this ruffle around it. I don't usually do all this stuff, but, you know, it's Valentine's. It's an opportunity to use some color. So, yeah, I kind of want to do it. And then I said I had a little spot up here, too. I guess I need to, where was that? I just spotted it again. Right here. A little bit lifted. Okay. That should do it. All right. Now, I wish that was dry. It's dry everywhere except that little pile, right? Oh, no, I didn't get it. It's still lifted. Maybe there's not enough on here. Hang on. I'm sorry, you guys. But if you don't do it right. You don't have to go back and do it later because you might not. And it'll always be bad. And look, it took 10 seconds, if that, to fix it. So, okay. Just do it while you got everything out, while you know where it is, while you're thinking about it. Okay, let me grab this. We have this. I need a longer cord. Let me just see if I can dry this down real quick. It'll be a lot easier to glue down this ruffle if I can lay the heart down upside down. Let's see if you guys are seeing. Oh, I'm frozen there. I wonder why I froze. Whoops, and I'm seeing some comments. Let's see. This is one I just found. They have others. Oh, I'll post a link, Sandy, or Shelby. I get, you know, a few cents from it from Amazon, if you guys don't mind. I can post a link, but thank you for being helpful. You know, oh, thank you, Martha. Where do you get your seam binding? Oh, what do you do to make it? You can spray it with stain, like antiquing spray, and it makes it look old. I get it wet and I wrinkle it, and then I rubber band it and change the rubber bands out every few days. Oh, they're sold at Walmart, Home Depot. Okay, everybody likes these little things. Do you have any long, skinny sanding? Yes. Any long, skinny, like a, you must mean like an emery board. Yes. Can you post it? Yes, I will, Julia. I'll do it right on your comment, and then I'll do it for everybody in the comments later. Oh, they do? I bet they're nicer than these little kids' school ones. All right, I'll just stick that there. Okay, I should be, it's still a little bit white, but it should be okay. If not, we'll cover it up with something. All right, so let's flip this and get this down. That's fun reading the comments. I always enjoy sitting there at night. Zip sander. Okay, Penny, thank you. All right, I'm sure that I'm going to have to split it. Let's see, is there a right and a wrong? Oh, yes, there sure is. Okay, well, I'm going to have it glued, but see, I got like a really moldy spot. I might have to cut that out. I don't know how I feel about that. I might be able to spray it with bleach, but then I'm afraid, bleach water, but I'm afraid it will, oh yeah, here's another big one right at the very beginning. I'm going to cut that off. I'm not doing that. I can deal with vintage, but I don't want mold, right? Okay. So I felt like that was, oh hell, you can't tell. They're both good. They're both good sides. I can't even tell which is the right side now. Seems so obvious on the other end. Oh well. Okay, let's go. Replacement seat. Yes, I believe I do, Linda. I think it all, well, maybe it didn't come together. I don't know. My Amazon shop is at the very top in the link tree if you don't want to wait. So many good things. I keep thinking I need to just hold my pad someday or my laptop and sit with you guys and point out all of the things, especially Christmas time. So many good ideas. And I love gadgets. I have a section about gadgets. I am a gadget. My husband always calls me the gadget queen, and everybody laughs at all the gadgets I find, but daggone, sometimes they're amazing. And they're handy, just like that little sander. That's a gadget, but it's awesome. Really awesome. Okay, I am staying, oh shoot. I wanted to gold the edge. I wanted to gold the edge. I'm golding the edge before we do this, you guys. I'm sorry, I messed up. I messed up, but I want to gold the edge, and I don't want to deal with trying to keep it off of that lace or ribbon or whatever it is. I don't know, what's the difference? We'll call it lace ribbon. How about that? All right, this doesn't really matter, but dang it. Okay, let me grab my rubbing buff real quick. It's right here. Here, last night I liked the gold leaf better, so let me find, I had antique gold and gold leaf. You would think I would like the antique gold, but it was a little coppery looking to me. I like European gold as well. It's a nice one, but I don't have any more. I squeezed out the last drop. All right, let's get the edge gold because I was really thinking I would like that. Use that middle finger to keep the other finger clean. Yeah, I definitely want to do this. Okay, because it's just an ugly brown edge, and I think that gold might be pretty. And I'm going to overlap the gold a little bit onto the front side as well, just kind of roughly around. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 11 o'clock. I told Summer it's 11:15 actually. You guys, we might have to do a part 2. I don't have any way to message her. Dang it. She's trying to work and she's got the baby, and I'm a long way from done, aren't I? All right. Well, let's just do this. You know what that's going to be. I don't need to drag it out. Okay? You guys know that. Because I need to go get the baby. I'm supposed to be babysitting today. And I made arrangements because I thought I was supposed to be in a group thing this morning, and it turned out it's not until March. So anyway, all right, let's just quickly show you what I'm going to do. So see the gold coming over there on the edge? I want to wrap the gold all around the edge here instead of having the brown, if you can tell. So I'm going to do that for sure. And then, I'm sorry to run out on you, but I am going to. I'm going to put the card, or I could do a part 2. We could do a part 2. We do that in the group sometimes when we have a big involved project. Let me know. You want a part 2, or I'll show you this because it may not be exactly like I think it's going to be once I start assembling. But I'm going to hot glue this down just like I just started to do. Okay, no big deal. You get that. It's not going to be that. And then I thought I would put some buttons, probably the white buttons to be the opposite of red in the corners. You guys want a part 2, and then we'll lay it all out. Because then I wanted to I was going to sand these down, do the edges. All right, let's do a part 2. Not exactly sure when, because I'll have the baby all day, and then tonight's craft night with my friends. So I don't know how I'm going to lay it all out for sure. Didn't I make 4 of these? I made 4. Anyway, yeah. Let's do a part 2. Oh, she just texted me she can bring her. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go, you guys. I'm so sorry to run out on you. I didn't realize how late it was getting. Oh, did I get gold on me now? Yeah, she just now texted me. So, thank you for watching me. I'm sorry that I did that. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I kind of wouldn't mind finishing it with you. I have vision, but I don't know exactly where it's going to end up. And who knows, I might do a little something that you'd be like, how'd you do that? Or what did you do? Or why did you do that? Or whatever. And yeah, I'm just going to leave this all lay right here. And when I get a minute, even if Julie, I don't know if Sherry's coming, I don't know if they're coming tonight or not, but even if they get here, it won't take us that long to finish it up, and they can chit chat or start whatever they want to work on. So, okay, let's do that. I'll see you later. I need to text Summer and tell her I'm sorry I'm late. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. It just took me a little longer, I guess, than I thought. Good thing I wasn't in an event. I would have speeded it up. I probably wouldn't have done the extra hearts and stuff. So, okay, have a great day. I'll do a part 2. Be watching for it. And if you want to wait till it's closer to Valentine's, you can always scroll through my feed to find this, and I'll mark it part 1. And then you can also go to my YouTube channel, and there's a search bar once you go to Tammy Loves Vintage, and in that search you can type Valentine. I'll be sure to put that word in here. And how about I'll write part 1 of 2 parts and part 2 of 2 parts, so that you'll know there's not like a whole bunch of parts. I'll do that for you too, so that way you could find me in the future if you need to. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.